You're listening to the Experience Pros radio show, where business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer, best-selling authors of Lists That Saved My Business and founders of Experience Pros University, are inspiring you to get your business right. Let's join Angel and Eric for today's program.
Hello and welcome to the Experience Pros radio show with Angel and Eric. Very nice to have you along with us today. We're here to remind you that small business is big business and your business is our business.
Well, then, good morning to you.
Good morning. My computer decided just at the very last second to play.
To play?
Yes.
What are you playing?
We're playing radio show today. See,
get it.
I set up my computer. I set up the video feed for this broadcast every single day, and everything is supposed to work very nicely, and everything's supposed to behave nicely. And then sometimes my computer decides it has an agenda of its own, and it moved on to its own agenda today.
They do that.
I wrestled with it gently.
How do you wrestle with a computer gently?
Well,
what does that really mean? I hear the words.
With the buttons Control Alt Delete.
Okay, well, that's not what you did.
I did. I Control Alt deleted the browser that was causing the problem.
You mean you just quit the browser?
Correct.
Closed it down because you had a little.
But then I brought it back up.
So that's what it means to wrestle gently your computer.
Yes.
Turn it off and turn it back on again.
The alternative is a little more violent.
My husband used to fix medical equipment, and very often, and it would crack me up. They'd call, my thingamajig isn't working. Is it turned on? He would ask.
Yeah.
And I always thought that was a really weird question to ask.
So many people.
But so many. Yes, it's turned on. Okay. Is it plugged in? Mm-hmm. And he has like this little series of little questions that he would go through, and did you turn it off?
Are you suggesting that was what the case was here? Was that it was user error? Is
that
what you're?
No.
Are you suggesting that it was user error? That the thing that I do every single day, that I don't know what I was doing? Is that what you're suggesting?
Is that what you said out loud? I didn't suggest it. You said it out loud.
Oh.
You said it out. You said it. I just didn't disagree with the
of course,
phrase.
Your husband was the one who always fixes by taking people through the is it turned on?
He didn't walk you through it. You troubleshot that yourself.
I did.
Yeah.
And was my computer turned on the whole time, please, Mrs. Tussey?
I wasn't paying attention. But
Yes,
here's the thing. Here's the thing is that, you said you had to turn it off and turn it back on again. So at some point you turned it off.
No, I didn't turn it off. I never said I turned it off. I said I wrestled it gently.
I know.
And then I closed the browser.
These are the phrase. And
I closed the browser.
These phrases. I wrestled it gently. I'm thinking, what does that mean with a computer? And the computer won't play, and it wasn't
so goofy.
And it is, and they are technology.
Yeah.
You'll do the same thing over and over again.
Right.
It won't work, but then like the 87th time you do it, it does. Yesterday, I was having trouble with my monitor. I have a second monitor.
To talk about that.
I know. I have a second monitor.
Because you were talking about your husband's tech support help. And I was really going to get to that whole monitor thing because you just stole my thunder. I was going to turn it on you.
Turn what on me?
Turn your monitor on.
But you didn't.
It stopped. You got there before I could get to the punchline. Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes you have to troubleshoot these things. But I'm sorry. Is that what I did? Did I wrestle it into submission gently?
No.
But I did.
No, you did not.
Yeah, apparently I didn't even know it. I'm like Hulk Hogan in the office. I'm wrestling it into submission, but gently. Because you're troubleshooting your computer. That's what that means. Yes? No?
For those of you who are viewing the online video.
Yeah, that's a webcam.
Yep.
Attached to the computer.
Yep.
Through this USB cord?
Right.
Yeah.
And if the cables are all plugged in, damn thing should work, shouldn't it?
You'd think it would.
Yeah.
There's one moving part to this whole thing, though.
What are you giving the nod over to me? Hey!
One variable that, as you know,
no,
just
the computer is clearly
bit.
a variable.
Oh, the computer's the variable.
Angel Tussey.
Eric Raymer.
You
Are we going by full
know
names now?
that I
Eric
know
Raymer. It's Raymer,
what
by
the
the way,
hell
if
I'm
anybody's
doing.
curious.
You know that. When the thing doesn't work, did Eric break it? No.
No. Eric did not break it. Eric's the only one who touches it, but Eric did not break it. But Eric fixed it. He wrestled it.
Did fix it.
Into submission.
Gonna fix more.
Carefully? What was the gently? Careful?
Gonna
Sweetly?
fix more during the commercial
Like,
break.
you know,
Just saying.
bubble gum and lollipops. Are you drinking coffee out of the wrong mug? Are you okay?
I was.
You were. But it's working. Happy show.
You called me an incompetent
Did
operator.
those words ever come? Is that what you heard?
That's what everybody heard.
Is that what you heard?
That's what
Everybody heard that he's
everyone
incompetent? Is that what everyone heard? Now you know what everyone heard. Even though these aren't the words that came out of my mouth, this is what everyone heard, is that Angel says Eric can't do it. But he did it.
We have to go to a quick commercial break, and if we're lucky, if we are really lucky, there will be another rest of the show right after these messages.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Your business is growing, but your computers are slowing. We can fix that. We're C-Squared Computer Consulting, and we can help you take on the challenges of your growing business by helping you get the most out of your systems through availability managed services. We provide reliable protection with 24/7 system monitoring. Check us out at c2cc.net or call us at 303-933-1113. That's C-Squared Computer Consulting at c2cc.net.
Are you an expert? At Experience Pros, we feature the best in business, and we're looking for industry experts to share tips with our audience. If you're an expert who offers great customer service and you'd like to be a part of the Experience Pros radio show, click on the radio interview request at experiencepros.com. We want our audience to hear from you. Go to experiencepros.com and fill out the radio interview request and start spreading the news that you're going to be on the radio.
If printing is an essential part of your business, cartridge is your lifeline to success. Hi, this is Eric, and Angel and I wouldn't think of running our business without having RMK cartridge on our speed dial. Remanufactured ink and toner cartridges are just the beginning. Free delivery and award-winning service coupled with 30 to 50% savings over original manufacturer products means that we're saving time, money, and space in the landfill all at once. Treat your printer to the best. Contact the guys at RMK Cartridge at 303-781-2076 or on the web at rmkcartridge.com.
Networking is full of myths. Bring lots of business cards. Be sure to meet at least 10 new people. Have your 30-second sales pitch ready. Your network is your net worth, but only if you're networking with your A-team. Take the guesswork out of your networking by joining Extreme Relationship Management. It's transforming the way people are networking. It's way more fun than drive-by networking and doesn't waste your time handing out stacks of business cards. Check out extremerelationshipmanagement.com for their next event. extremerelationshipmanagement.com.
Tell your staff to tune in daily to the Experience Pros radio show. Business training and inspiration from national experts are here for you every day on the Experience Pros radio show. Start your week off by learning a great new business skill. Tune in midweek to boost your positive attitude, and be sure to always end your week with Braggin Friday. The Experience Pros radio show is here for you every day, changing the way people treat people in business. Join the revolution and tune into the Experience Pros radio show. Weekday business training designed to inspire you to get your business right.
You know, Ben Franklin once said, "You have a republic if you can keep it." Yet how will we be able to keep our republic if our young people aren't educated on the basics of this country, on the foundations of our Constitution and the rights and freedoms that it guarantees? I'm Jimmy Sangenberger, president of the Liberty Day Institute, a 501c3 nonprofit organization dedicated to educating youth about the U.S. Constitution and Declaration of Independence, particularly fifth graders. We're looking for your help right now to develop new resources and programs to effectively introduce kids across Colorado and the country to this important document to help keep the Republic. To get involved and to donate, go to libertyday.org. That's libertyday.org, because keeping the Republic is so crucial to this country.
Wake up with Randy Corcoran, early mornings at 5 on KLZ 560.
The Experience Pros want to help you get your business right. Have you joined the revolution? Visit meetup.com/therevolution and become a business revolutionary. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experience Pros radio show.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show with Angel and Eric. Very nice to have you along with us today.
I've been threatened.
You what?
I have been threatened.
Who threatened you?
You did.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, you should. There'll be another chance to get you.
There will be another chance.
The opportunity will show up.
There will be, there's always another opportunity.
It was true. I did have Eric come in. I was having trouble with my some computer issues the other day, and I thought I had done all the things, checked it, turned it on, plugged it in, done all that.
Absolutely Angel Eskin style. You will not ask me to help until you have done everything, so that you can say, did that.
I don't need your help to come in and do like the exact same thing I did. Yeah, I just did.
But when it comes down to it and she needs help, I am here for you.
You are. Thank you very much. All right, so yeah, but now he's going to get me. Now I'm feeling a little nervous.
No. Don't worry about it. Hey, how do you retain your customer base?
Ooh, interesting.
Think about this for just a second. People are always talking about the value of getting a new customer. I got to get a new customer. So we give incentives, 50% off for your first time with us. Once you're a loyal customer, then we jack up the price to full price, maybe even 110%, because we appreciate your loyalty.
Isn't that funny how you see that all the time?
Right.
New customers only and, incentives. But once you're here,
right.
Next. Yeah. And it does feel a little weird when you see the incentives and the packages are always for somebody new, as if we're kind of like a given, like, right. You're already here. And it does, it feels blasé.
Here at the Experience Pros, we've long since talked about the fact of your existing customer base is the gold mine that you're sitting on, and we truly believe that. So how do you keep them? I mean, once you've got them, how do you keep them? Came across an interesting article that we'd like to share with you.
Absolutely. And so, I think a lot of times being very welcoming to your clients, and it doesn't matter if they're brand new. Think about how you treat when a new customer comes to you. You're excited, right? New person, new excitement. I get to share all the new and exciting things with you, and we're pretty excited when somebody new comes into the fold. But do we still do that with our customers who have been with us for a long time? And I think you can almost give a warmer welcome and do more for your existing clients because, well, you're familiar with them.
Right.
But instead of allowing that familiarity to breed complacency and apathy, like, oh yeah, you're back again. Having that enthusiasm, having that warm and friendly welcome and introduction for everybody that walks in your door.
And then follow that up with the one thing. I used to work for Starbucks for years, and one of the things that they taught as a part of their what they called legendary customer service was at the handoff plane. When I hand you your drink, we look you in the eye and we from the heart say thank you for your business, and sometimes it even comes with an incentive to come back. They've got their treat receipts and things like that to come back, but that thank you will absolutely increase brand loyalty always.
Or how often have you had a customer who says, I didn't know you did that? If
right.
You're talking about something, they've been around a while. It is not up to our customers to keep up really on all of our new offerings. It's up to us to make sure that we are communicating with them, and so making sure that you're keeping them in the loop of what's coming up and what's new and what's changed and how that benefits them. And because they're an existing client, you should know something about them. I know that you've been waiting for da 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 da, or that purple's your favorite color and this came in and I thought of you, and you can really personalize it, keeping them in the loop of communication of what's changed. We recently created some how-to videos and emails for our new members because there's a lot of moving parts.
Right, sure.
But we actually realize that when somebody's new with you, it's a lot to take in when they're brand new. You can't show them the whole warehouse of everything.
Right.
And so you give it to them in little bite-sized pieces rather than overwhelm them and have them drink from the fire hose in the beginning. Trickle it out in small little pieces at a time, and then maybe throughout the year, even if you told them in the beginning, kind of go back and remind them, this is what you can expect from us. This is what we guarantee. This is how we're protecting your privacy. This is how we're handling you on, handling your data over here, or making sure that we're delivering on time to you. Just remind them throughout the year, even if you told them before. We have a fun phrase in the office. It's remember.
People forget.
Exactly.
Yeah. Here's another thing, and this, in my opinion, should probably be at the very top of the list. It is the top of the culture here at Experience Pros, and that is to offer to help somebody. Instead of coming into a networking event or with your customers, instead of asking for what you can get out of them, put away your business cards, put away your 30-second speech, and just go to them and say, how can I help you today? What can I do for you that will make your moment, your day, your hour better?
How can I help you?
Right.
And they all need something, right? We're all carrying around our own challenges. Here's a fun one, inviting them back,
Yes.
Inviting them to see them again. You see somebody, what's next? You've had a phone call, maybe they placed an order with you, maybe now the product's been delivered and the service has been provided and the payment's been received. What's next? Do you have it on your calendar? Is there a next step in that retention process? Or is the next time that they're going to hear from you the next time you need a little more cash in the bank?
Right.
Do you need is it a transaction? Is it solely for you to hit your sales goals and your quotas? Instead, filling your calendar and your pipeline and having a system in place to say, okay, after every email, they get this phone call a week later. After those phone calls, they get this, card in the mail, 30 days later, whatever it is, but having that schedule of the what's next. It's the very next step. Too often, once the sale is over, that's it. We don't have a follow-up. Okay, well, I sent them a survey, or I sent them, my thank you note after the sale. At some point, though, that ends. And so how do you keep that retention and that invitation coming back and that repeat business if you're just kind of waiting for them to show back up again?
Right. We have another saying that says, no matter what business you're in,
you're in the people business.
The people business. Develop those relationships. That's the bottom line. How do you retain customers? You develop relationships with them. You say, oh, that's such a daunting task. I have so many. There's no way that I could possibly do it. If that's the angle that you take, then you can also anticipate the end of your business, or the need to constantly refill with new clients. Wouldn't you just love it if your customers outperformed your marketing? Wouldn't you love that? If they talked about you more than you talked about you? That's really the goal. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, more positive business talk. You're listening to Angel and Eric on the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
You keep wondering about refinancing options. You know rates are low, but don't know how to go about getting the best rate and best type of loan for your situation. What do you even need to get started? Wonder no more. Go to CherylAnswers.com. Cheryl of ALMC Mortgage has put together a checklist of what you need to know and frequently asked questions when it comes to your mortgage. Get answers. Go to CherylAnswers.com. CherylAnswers.com.
LMB number 100020432. NMLS number 266695. You can check the licensing status of your mortgage loan originator at dora.state.co.us.
Hi, this is Eric, and I want to talk to you about my friends over at McDonald Volvo. This family-owned business has been delivering extreme customer service for almost 50 years right here in our neighborhood. With upfront worry-free pricing and super personalized service, your best car buying experience is at McDonald Volvo. General Manager Will Roughton is a great friend, and he wants to meet you personally. Call him at 303-738-4803. That's 303-738-4803, and tell him the pros sent you.
Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe is the official fitness sponsor of the Experience Pros radio show. This is Angel, and Orange Theory is the energizing group fitness concept that is sweeping the nation. Experience the orange effect at the location Eric and I work out at. It's Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe Road. You'll see more energy, visible toning, and extra calorie burn for up to 36 hours after your workout. Call for a free Saturday session at 303-645-4290. That's 303-645-4290. We'll see you at Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe Road.
Nyland's Collision Center is an award-winning body shop that takes great care of you and your car. This matters when your insurance company wants to take shortcuts. Nyland's Collision Center only uses manufactured parts. This matters when a cheap, ill-fitting part is available. At Nyland's, it matters. If it's not perfect, it's not leaving. 303-761-9219. 303-761-9219.
Business by the pool? You betcha! The Experience Pros Radio Show is going to be broadcasting live from Cancun, Mexico in April, and we'll be hosting Experience Pros University. We could use a few folks to interview on the radio, so come with us. It's a tax-deductible business trip. Book your sun-filled seminar today by calling Highlands Ranch Travel at 303-791. We're staying at the Dream Sands Resort and Spa for a full week for only $1,700 a person. We leave April 25th and only $150 reserves your place. So call and book your trip now. 303-791-2311.
Random online searching is one way to find a good company, but an even better way is to choose the companies that are listed on the Extreme Customer Service Directory. This elite list of companies have one thing in common. They offer extreme customer service. Their customers are bragging about them, and that's what sets them apart. Trust the companies listed on the Extreme Customer Service Directory to take care of you. Extreme Customer Service Directory at experiencepros.com/directory. experiencepros.com/directory.
At highway speeds, the average text takes your eyes off the road for about 5 seconds. That's enough time to travel the length of a football field. Stop texts, stopwrecks.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Haystack Help Radio can now be heard at noon weekdays on KLZ 560.
The Experience Pros Radio Show, where small business is big business and your business is our business. Follow them on twitter.com/experiencepros. Now, back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Thanks for taking time out of your day to join us for ours. It's time for business tips and insights. And you know what that means. We get to talk to our good friend, Tony Rayburn.
Hi, Tony.
Hey, team. How are you guys doing today?
Tony, we're doing fantastic. How's life over at Extreme Relationship Management?
If it was any better, it would be illegal.
Wow.
Ooh, wow.
Oh, all right.
Things are awesome.
All right. Well,
So-
tell us what's going on. What are we talking about today?
Today, our biz tip, we're going to go over networking law number 119, and that is coughing while you're networking.
Coughing? Coffee or coughing?
Coughing, like you have a cold and you go,
Oh, all right.
okay? So here's the deal. You have a little tickle in your throat. You're sitting there talking to somebody, and so you politely put your hand over your mouth and you give a little cough. Well, that happens quite often. But if you are at the event and you're coughing more than just a little tiny tickle in your throat, people are going to begin to wonder, hey, is this person sick? What's going on? Do they have a little tickle in their throat? Are they choked? Or do they have tuberculosis? What's the deal?
It's a big leap.
That's a big leap.
All right.
And the thing is, we as the conversation partners, we don't know to what extent and how sick somebody might be. Our business can't afford for us to be sick. I don't want the flu. I don't want whatever it is, the head cold that somebody might have. And so we tend to back away, steer away, get away from somebody who's coughing. So if you have a cold, it's probably better that you don't. All of our little excuses about, oh, it's just allergies, or, oh, I just had a little tickle. People aren't buying it. If you're coughing, they're going to run. It's all about perception. We don't want people to perceive us as sick or as somebody to get away from.
Okay, Tony, but Tony, hold on for a minute, because
Okay.
sometimes you do get that tickle, and sometimes it is allergies. I get it. If you're sick, stay home. I agree with that 100%. But
Right.
what are we supposed to do if the water goes down the tube the wrong way?
That's fine. And when that happens, it's fairly obvious. It's not just a little tickle, a little small. We come out, or we go to the side of the room, go to the restroom, and fix things. We don't sit there and just cough all over everybody in the room while we're trying to get unchoked.
All right. So excuse yourself if you have that little tickle and go take care of it because it's temporary.
That's right. That's right. And so just make sure that if you have allergies, use your own best judgment. Probably best to stay home if you're because you don't want people to perceive that.
Yeah, you don't. And not only the perception of now you're sick and you're spreading germs, which is just gross and icky, and and they're not washing their hands, and now we see bad hygiene, and it just like perpetuates the whole situation. But it also, we got in business to create a legacy, and we have some control of our time and how we're using our time. And so also to just be respectful of the other people that says, I wasn't feeling good. I can handle taking the night off to take care of myself. I don't have a boss forcing me to show up to work, so I can get the rest and the hydration that I need so that I can bounce back and serve my customers even better. I mean, I think that it's twofold, Tony. Don't work yourself to your sick bed. Take care of yourself when you feel sick. Stay home. Don't put others at risk. Don't spread your nasty, icky little germs. This is good, Tony. It's gross, but it's good.
Master networker, Angel.
And she is, absolutely.
She is.
Well, Tony, we know that all of the member relationship management get really high quality business training and development. And a lot of the lessons can be applied at networking events and help you make better use of your time when you are networking. So if you've ever been at a networking event or had trouble networking in the past and you think that networking thing doesn't work for me, make sure you check out the offerings from Extreme Relationship Management. How do they get in touch with you, Tony?
Best way is on the website at extremerelationshipmanagement.com, or they can call us nationwide toll free at 855-I-LIKE-ERM.
855-I-LIKE-ERM, and you're going to like it too.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Tony.
You got to have a great day, team.
All right, our next business tips brought to you by C-Squared Computer Consulting. C-Squared Computer Consulting. You can find them at C-Squared Computer on Facebook. And, of course, we love these folks. They've been legacy sponsors of our show forever. And we have somebody from C-Squared on the line now. Hello, how are you?
Just peachy. How are you?
Chris. Nice to see you, Chris. How you doing, buddy?
I am upright and conscious, which is, I got two good things going for me today.
Right.
Do you have a little cough or anything, Chris?
No, I have a big one.
No.
Have a big one. Oh, okay.
Ain't nothing little about Chris.
So, Chris, I remember one time calling in to like Dial a Nurse kind of thing years ago.
Oh, right.
And I just wanted to know if I could, what I could take. I was nursing my son and I had a sore throat. I don't remember what my symptom was, but she kept asking me if I had all these other symptoms. I'm like, no, I just have this one. But do you have like a runny nose? And do you have a fever? No, I just have this. By the time I got off the phone with her, I was
had all those things.
Full blown.
Right.
It was hysterical to me, just the power of suggestion like that, and how impressionable we can be if somebody repeats over and over and over and over again that you have these symptoms.
Absolutely.
All right, Chris, what are we talking about today, man?
Well, talking about making an impression on people. Well, Valentine's Day is coming up, so here's just a little kind of a challenge to put out there. How can you use technology to appreciate the people around you?
Oh.
I'm always big on, take time for technology. Okay, take a moment, look at your backup. Take a minute, look at your documentation. Take a minute. Now what I'm telling you is take a minute for somebody else. And some ideas, is to stop and think about who are, 2, 3, 5 people in your life that, friends, companions, coworkers, peers, employers, employees. Could you send a quick text to them? Hey,
sure.
Really appreciate what you're doing. All those emails, how much time do we spend, in emails, either complaining or this and business? What if we took a moment? What if you got an email out of the blue from somebody that just said, hey, I appreciate you. Was just thinking about you, wanted to let you know, make an impact in my life. You're important.
Nice.
Oh, that would be huge.
What if you went to their Facebook page, sent a message, or posted something on their wall? Happy Valentine's Day. Happy day ending in Y. I appreciate you.
Right.
Just kind of taking a break just from the hardcore business and technology. Can you use your technology around you? It's very simple. How long does it take for you to do a text?
20 seconds.
30 seconds?
Moments.
Moments. Composing an email, a minute or two. If you just took 5 minutes, you could easily, with the tools around you, like I just said, texting, email, Facebook. I'm sure there's other ways. Phone calls.
Chris, I'm gonna raise you one. I'll see all those things, and I'm going to use technology to raise you one more.
Yeah.
Folks listening, why don't you go to the Experience Pros Extreme Customer Service Directory and leave a fan brag for Chris Kaiser at C Squared Computer Consulting, because he's competing in the contest for the fan bragging contest to become the best in computer networking. It would be wonderful if you did that. It takes 20 seconds.
It's so easy to do. Just, that's another great example. There's lots of other businesses out there that we can fan brag about, but take the time, use those tools around you to make it quick and easy to appreciate someone, within the spirit of St. Valentine's Day.
Yeah,
there you go. There's a challenge. I like it, Eric. Way to pile on that.
Well,
you know what? It's true, though. It is so easy to use the technology that we have to stay in touch and to stay connected and build people up. All those fun little emoticons now, and you can send, you can make fun little stories, in a quick little text message. And so anytime that somebody comes to mind, you have the ability to reach out and lift them up in an instant. Chris, this feels good. This is good stuff. We love what you guys do over at C Squared. Computer technology. So how do people get in touch with you for their serious IT needs if they don't want to hate their computer today and start beating on it with
right.
Love your computers again.
Yes.
You can call us at 303-933-1113. You can check out our website at c2cc.net or go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/C2IT.
Fantastic. Chris Kaiser, we love you, man. Thank you so much.
You guys have a wonderful day.
All right. Folks, don't go anywhere. When we come back, more positive business talk. You're listening to Angel and Eric on the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Hi, this is Angel, and I've been in my home for 12 years now. When I think about redecorating, I just can't seem to get past what I've always done. Helene's Designs offers a fluff it up service for home decorating. She takes what I already have and rearranges just enough to fluff it up. Call Helene to get fluffed up at 720-233-7302. Helene's Designs is a full-service design firm that helps you turn your dreams into a reality. Call Helene's Designs today at 720-233-7302 or check out the before and after pictures online at helenesdesigns.com.
Most small businesses have fewer than 5 online testimonials, and they're not always positive. In today's world, people always check the review sites before investing their time and money in a brand. Hi, this is Eric from the Experience Pros Radio Show, inviting you to get dozens, maybe hundreds of 5-star ratings and positive reviews just by participating in the fan bragging contest going on now through February 27th. Every vote is a positive review, and it's free to compete. You can win the best in your category. Sign up today at experiencepros.com. That's experiencepros.com.
Attention business owners, if you're waiting 30 to 60 days or more to get paid, Riviera Finance can turn your invoices into immediate cash flow. Let them help. Their process is simple and no debt is created. Riviera Finance is located right here in Denver. They've been helping companies across the U.S. for over 40 years. So if you bill on credit but need better cash flow, call Jack Loudon at Riviera Finance now at 303-409-7706. That's 303-409-7706 or visit RivieraFinance.com.
Tune in every Monday at 11:35 for What's Going On with Jim Smith from Prudential. Jim will host a lively conversation about the financial and investment topics you're asking about. You can call Jim and his Prudential team directly at 303-669-9701 and tune in on Monday mornings right here on the Experience Pros Radio Show.
Run a business and have a life. You got into business so you could enjoy life. And Employer Essentials can help. They keep up with the ever-changing payroll and employment laws and requirements, as well as all those employee management issues. Employer Essentials is the answer you've been looking for to add payroll and HR solutions that offer you peace of mind and the time to do what you want to do. Employer Essentials, Denver's trusted local payroll and HR provider for 15 years. EmployerEssentials.com or 303-734-9436.
You need more customers, and you need to keep the ones you already have. Lists That Save My Business is your answer to gaining and retaining clients without cold calling or chasing cold leads. Do business with people who like you and who already trust you. Lists That Save My Business is the book with easy-to-use checklists to bring more of the right customers into your sales process. Buy your copy of Lists That Save My Business from Amazon.com. These lists will save your business. Buy your copy of Lists That Save My Business today and grow your business the Experience Pros way.
Want to influence the kids in your community? Be a coach, a mentor, a volunteer, because you have something to offer. Log on to helpyourcommunity.org and help kids stay off drugs. Brought to you by the Office of National Drug Control Policy and the Ad Council.
Ken Clark, Freedom 560, this afternoon at 1 on KLZ 560.
The Experience Pros Radio Show, home of the original Fan Braggin' Fridays. Take just 20 seconds to become a revolutionary by sharing a Fan Braggin' story of great customer service on Facebook.com/Experience Pros. Now, back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Get up off of that thing. And do better. Get up off of that thing.
So last night I had like 1, 2, 3, 5, 9 tacos.
9 tacos?
Yeah. But they were healthy.
How? What? You
Well,
put some lettuce and some tomato on it?
No, heck no, that gets in the way. I used pork and beef because pork is leaner than beef.
So that's what made it healthy. You know what, Eric? I think you are eating the diet that 75 million Americans are also eating.
What?
The heart disease diet. You need the juice.
What?
You need the juice. So we brought in the juice lady, Cherie Calbom. She wrote the book, The Juice Lady's Anti-Inflammation Diet. She's also celebrity nutritionist to the stars. And we're going to talk about that heart disease diet and how you can eat a little bit healthier based on some of the tips we're going to learn from Cherie Calbom today. Cherie, welcome. Welcome to the Experience Pros Radio
Show.
Show.
On your show and talk about heart health just before Valentine's Day.
Right? Cherie, thanks so much for joining us. So is it true people have a problem?
Oh, well, it's evidenced by all our statistics. Yeah, yes, we do. And we can change all that. And that's why we put together the anti-inflammation diet, 28 days to renew your body and feel great. And we've got recipes that are delicious and fun, like baked carrot fries or parsnip fries that are delicious.
That doesn't sound like a juice.
And a juice. Yes, we have all sorts of great juice cocktails and smoothies to start your day with, get you off on the right track. You know, a lot of people are eating a bunch of junk because they're just plain starved and they haven't eaten for a good portion of their day, run out the door with a cup of coffee, you know, and by mid-morning you're really hungry and grab something sugary and high in fat, like a donut, and by lunch really starved and then grab something fast like a hamburger, and our whole day is full of sugar and fat and salt and bad stuff.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah. If you've been following us around with the little GoPro, that's kind of what we do. And I think a lot of us, I mean, it's the lifestyle that we have. And, you know, it just seems easier to just eat that bacon and grab that quick thing on the go. But we don't even realize, because we can't see it, we don't feel it, the damage that is going on inside of our body. We are just kind of ignoring it. And then how does it show up? How do we know we've kind of gone down this heart disease diet path?
It shows up when we get a diagnosis or we have a heart attack, or they tell us that our cholesterol is way too high, or we have high blood pressure, or we get a stroke, you know, things like that. Or it can be that we're just gaining weight and can't seem to lose it, because inflammation is at the root of all of that. And it is contributing to weight gain and inability to lose weight, to heart disease. It's one of the #1 contributors to heart disease, and it's silent. We can't see it. If you have inflammation on the exterior, you can feel warmth or you can see red and swollen, but interior, at the cellular level, you can't see what's going on, and so you don't know that you've got inflammation until all of a sudden, wow, somebody gives you a diagnosis you don't want to hear. But in the meantime, you may have some symptoms. Maybe it's hard to get up in the morning. Are you tired? Alarm goes off and you think, oh my gosh, I can't move. Or you're dragging yourself to work. It's hard to run your business. or to do your job at work, and your body is yelling at you, or maybe you have headaches, or you get more colds and flus than you should or you want to, and any cold is, you shouldn't have it. So your immune system is getting run down, and you're getting tired, and you're not having the fuel to go on. When you change your diet, I'd say you change your life. And I've had thousands of people.
All right, well, Cherie, let me ask you this, because I'm 6'5". I am 200 pounds.
It takes a lot of food to make that boy happy.
I'm hungry all the time. How can you help me?
I can help you with delicious foods, and you don't have to cut out meats, animal proteins, vegetables, fun things. You can have them all. You can have desserts, but we have great desserts. We have great meals. We have chicken that tastes like fried chicken, but it's rolled in crushed nuts and baked in coconut oil, and it tastes just delicious. And you have the crunch. You don't have all that hard fried fat and gluten on top of your chicken. Things like that make such a difference. And baked fries instead of the deep fried French fries.
Right.
On and on. We have recipe after recipe and great healthy desserts that aren't full of just globby fat and a whole bunch of sugar.
So in many ways, it's really not a radical change. It's just little subtle changes that will add up to a more healthy lifestyle?
That is exactly it. And that's what I always say to people. I'm running a group right now, Jumpstart 2015, and they're all losing weight, like 18 pounds in 4 weeks is a kind of an average now. And they're saying, I love this because just week by week, we're just kind of easing in and switching this, something unhealthy, a soda pop for a fresh juice, or, something like a sports drink and flavored water, on, and getting some juices in the diet, getting more vegetables in, doing some subtle switching around, and they're getting plenty of calories. Lots of people are starting to work out more because they have energy, building more muscle. They're not starved. They don't feel deprived. They're feeling great and energized. And I'm hearing so many people say, I don't have a foggy brain anymore. Wow, I can think more clearly. And that is pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. And then, when you think about having all those fruits and vegetables, and you have all this color in your diet, and it looks so pretty and it feels so good. And then, of course, there's the internal benefits that you get for it as well. How do we follow the Juice Lady and get a copy of your book, or even maybe join your 28-day
diet
program? Yeah. Yes, come to my website, juiceladyinfo.com. You can sign up for the free newsletter. You can get on board, and I have a spring jumpstart class starting online with e-courses, all sorts of things going on, a health and fitness retreat, and just lots of ways to get involved and get the book, The Juice Lady's Anti-Inflammation Diet, 28 Days to a New You. It's what it will be. And so many people already have said it is changing their life for sure.
I love it.
I love it. Well, we're pretty excited, and when you see the results and you see the transformation that happens, and we are all busy, but we have one body and we have to take care of it. We don't even know the damage that we're doing. And
I can make a taco smoothie
in 28 days.
No, I don't know.
He is a special case, Cherie. Can you sense that?
All right.
I would love to work with you.
Well, Cherie, thank you very much. And I will pick up a copy of the book. I think it's fantastic. And, if you do have things like adrenal fatigue and whatnot, you really need to know the Juice Lady, juiceladyinfo.com. Get up, sign up on her newsletter. Stay juiced. Thank you so very much, Cherie. We appreciate you.
What a pleasure. Have a great day.
All right, folks, don't go anywhere. When we come back, more positive business talk. You're listening to Angel and Eric on the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
You've got a great business, lots of customers, and a catchy tagline. Things are going great, right? Has it ever occurred to you that if you are doing so well in your business, someone else might be trying to copy or steal your concept and make it their own? It happens every day. But don't let it happen to you. You need attorney Steve Replin on your side. Much more than just a lawyer, Steve is a business consultant who knows how to protect what's yours while helping you grow it to success. Call Steve today and CYA. That's Cover Your Assets. 303-322-7919. 303-322-7919.
Design, implement, and support. If you have a computer, a cell phone, or a tablet, You have a network. Hi, this is Eric, and I've got great news for you. Your network has a guy. For the last 15 years, Brad Binkley of Binkley IT has served his clients without killing their budget. Brad can effectively manage a network of up to 50 computers, typically for about 2 to 4 hours a week. Huge savings, no sacrifice. Call Brad today for your next IT partner. 720-254-1057. That's 720-254-1057. Binkley IT, solving the IT puzzle, one piece at a time.
Being a homeowner, business owner, or a consumer has never been easier thanks to the Extreme Customer Service Directory. You can count on the Experience Pros Network to deliver the best in customer service and collaboration. Check out the Extreme Customer Service Directory for all your referrals, and if you don't see your favorites on the list, let us know. We'll check them out, and if their customers are saying great things about them, they could be a great fit for the Extreme Customer Service Directory. Online at experiencepros.com/directory.
With world-class customer service, BizCard Express in Centennial is a full-service printing company specializing in signs, banners, and promotional items that make your business stand out. Graphic design services right on site make it easy to see your product before it ever goes to print. No surprises. Call today, 303-771-2244, or visit them online at printandpromosforbiz.com. Guaranteed to meet or beat the price of any local printer. You can't go wrong with BizCard Express in Centennial. Call today, 303-771-2244.
There's only one place on the dial for you to share your stories of great customer service, and that's Fan Braggin' Friday on the Experience Pros Radio Show. Every Friday, the phone lines are open for you to call and tell the world who's getting it right in business. Call 855-FAN-BRAG and change the way people treat people in business. You can post your stories every day on the Experience Pros Facebook page and call in on Fridays for Fan Braggin' Friday at 855-326-2724. 855-FAN-BRAG. Tell Eric and Angel, and then tell the world about Fan Braggin' Friday.
I love winter in Colorado, but sometimes my house gets cold. No heat is no fun. That's why Energy Outreach Colorado is so important. Last year, they gave $10 million to families like mine. For 25 years, they've warmed Colorado hearts and homes. Go to www.energyoutreach.org/warmth and give much needed heat. Sponsored by Energy Outreach Colorado and aired in cooperation with the Colorado Broadcasters Association and this station.
John Rush during the afternoon rush. Today at 3 on KLZ 560.
Experience Pros Radio Show, where small business is big business and your business is our business. Follow them on twitter.com/experiencepros. Now, back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Very nice to have you along with us today. What do you do when somebody poo-poos on you?
Just wipe it off.
No, not like that kind of poo-poo. You're talking about online reviews.
All right. Now, the nice thing about the Extreme Customer Service Directory is that their only positive reviews are shared and received.
Right.
But we know there's a lot of places that people can go and post a negative review. And as a consumer, having a voice and a place to share, if you're not getting any results or any traction from people on the phone or in person, and you have a consumer challenge that needs to be addressed, going online and sharing that experience so others can learn from your mistakes and not repeat that. It's nice to have that outlet. A lot of times, though, you get somebody who's just having a bad day. Maybe they're not even your customer and are taking advantage of the online reviews just for kicks and giggles, which is just mean.
It's not nice at all.
But you are, by having yourself publicly out there and on these being on the internet, it is an option. So I think you have to assess whether or not the person in that review is truly a customer. And if it truly is a customer and they're not getting the service that they need from you, or not getting a positive response or a helpful response from your staff, and they go to the online and write a negative review for you, respond to that.
Respond?
Respond to that.
Should we respond with the hit delete key?
No. No. Well, I don't know that you can actually hit the delete key.
It depends on where, what type of
Here's the thing, you don't want to delete it because somebody has seen it, and you don't want to look like you're afraid of it or hiding something. And so the conversation, the communication actually is very valuable to people coming in and seeing, how do you respond when things go wrong? That is one of those key elements to offering extreme customer service. It's easy to offer great customer service as long as nobody's unhappy, right? How hard is that? Nobody screwed up. You delivered on time, the people were nice enough. But when something does go wrong, you did screw up, you did make a mistake, because after all, we're human beings. How you respond to that customer is valuable to the other people watching. So respond quickly and consistently. Always have a consistent response to them. So sorry you had trouble with whatever the trouble was. Our delivery service, our front office staff, we didn't respond quickly. We didn't do what we said we were going to do. We didn't deliver on our promise. Let's take care of it. We want to help you.
All right.
And then offer them a way to take that conversation online. You have the response. We're sorry we did it. We made an error. We want to fix it. And then take that offline.
Take it offline. In your response, Reputation.com advises that you don't over-explain.
Yeah, don't go into it like this is what we're going to do, or this is what happened. John was sick and on vacation, and we had somebody filling in, and they were new to the thing, or I was at lunch and it took a long time for us to get back to. Don't get into it. When you do get the chance to have the conversation with the person, if you made a mistake, admit that you made the mistake. They know it, you know it, everybody knows it. Let's not have it be the elephant in the room. We didn't respond, or we dropped the ball. We lost it. We forgot. Awful to have to admit that out loud.
Right.
But everybody knows it. Don't make up a lie. Don't make up an excuse for it. So rather than coming up with this litany of excuses that you think are so valid. We got a new system. We're still learning it. The system crashed. The system crashed. We're fixing it. This is how we're going to fix it and making sure that your problem never arises again. But we do tend to want to get really involved in the how-tos and the behind the scenes. And honestly, that person is busy and they don't care.
Right.
And it's okay. They've got their thing to do. How are you going to fix it? How are you going to make it better? How are you going to keep it from ever happening again? And yeah, it hurts. I mean, it's awful when you see that somebody went online and posted something negative for you. And you're always curious. Like, they were in front of me. I asked them, how did everything go? It was fine. And then they get home and then you find out it wasn't fine. And it's always this weird, personal dynamic of the psychology of it. You had the opportunity to say this to me in my face, in front of me. I could have dealt with it. I could have fixed it on the spot.
Right.
But you were a chicken weenie and you went online and decided to now post it for everybody else to see.
Don't be a chicken weenie.
Okay.
All right, so there you go. It's one of those things that I think that we have to bring up from time to time because
it happens.
When it happens, the propensity for people to do something wrong, to defend, get all defensive, to argue back, to say you're a moron, those kinds of things, that actually happens too. And then all of a sudden, your crowd that is watching you makes up their own mind and judges you based on that.
And so often, they haven't judged you yet. You think that somebody left a negative review about you,
right?
That they're now that now everybody who reads that is judging you. But more often than not, they're judging the person who wrote it.
Absolutely.
And so we get all freaked out, going, "Oh my gosh, this one person!" And now everybody sees that, and they're going to think we're awful. This is where your response to that. We weren't judging you yet, but when you respond, now we are.
Right.
And so that negative response or that positive response, now at this point, we've only judged the person who wrote the review. And I think that has to be noted. There's a lot of wacky people out there on the internet.
Isn't that the truth?
Is it an anonymous? There's a lot that we can tell from a negative review. We're not going to put all of our stock into one person's bad experience with you. And now, if you're getting a bunch,
and it's a kind of an epidemic, and it's rampant.
Perhaps we have a different conversation.
Now your online reviews are not your problem. It is your whole internal workings of your staff. So fix it.
Can we talk a little bit about some positive online reviews?
Well, we're very fortunate that we are the place to receive online positive reviews. So it feels good.
Absolutely.
To see those and to know. It doesn't mean that that it's, not telling the whole story, but it's really emphasizing and putting the highlight on those that really are doing well and giving them a voice, because the only voice out there does not have to be angry and mean and negative. We are creating a revolution in the way people treat people in business, and it's to the core. And there are good people out there doing good stuff, but we forget to get on our high horse for that.
Right.
Well, we've got a high horse for that.
We do. It's called the Extreme Customer Service Directory, and we'd love to have you join us for free. There are 2.5 weeks, just a little less than 2.5 weeks left in the fan bragging contest. One of our listeners has reached out to us and is seeking an update in what's going on with the the contest, and then there's the various sub contests that we have going on.
Talked about it.
Right. So with this just in, we have information for you. By the way, we will cross over 1,200 active fan brags on the contest here this afternoon. It's going to happen here, and so we have almost 1,100 users who have voted almost 1,200 times for the 276 listings on the Extreme Customer Service Directory. It's 276 businesses that are receiving 5-star ratings and positive reviews, only positive reviews. And part of the contest is we said to folks, the person, the user who votes the most times, right, who fan brags about the most different companies, is going to receive a weekend at the Ritz-Carlton in Beaver Creek, right?
Absolutely, which is courtesy of Highlands Ranch Travel. A fun way to say, not only are we hoping that those that are participating win and get and gather those reviews, but we want to reward the behavior for saying something nice about somebody else in business.
Absolutely. And one of my friends came up to me and says, "Oh, I am, I think I'm going to go after that. I think I'm going to go win that gift that weekend." And so there's actually 3 players really intentional players in
that are
the
leaving
game.
fan brags, that are sharing online testimonials about other people. That tells us a lot about your character and what you think about good customer service in your own business. Because when you recognize others, you lift others up, and we're all looking for those online testimonials and reviews. So when you're willing to take the time out of your day, it's not a lot of time, but it's still, it's still something. You got to stop what you're doing, stop thinking about you, and put the emphasis on somebody else. That tells us what kind of customer service they offer, and we say where you go, your brand follows.
Absolutely.
So who are our top braggers?
Well,
which is a good thing around here.
Absolutely. Donna Galassi with Blue Zenith Web Design. And we've got Adam Kemper over at Altitude Payroll, and Drew. What's Drew's last name? Shockley at CTA Alliance.
Okay. So Drew Shockley, CTA Alliance.
Right, and these 3 are in the competition, and 1 vote separates 2 of them. We'll tell more on the other side of this. We have to take a quick station ID at the top of the hour, but when we come back, we'll give you who's in the lead and who is right behind them.
This has been the Experience Pros Radio Show with business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer. For more information, you can contact Experience Pros by calling 720-344-2446 or visit them on the web at experiencepros.com, facebook.com/experiencepros, and twitter.com/experiencepros. What are you waiting for? Join the revolution.
Haystack Help Radio can now be heard at noon weekdays on KLZ 560.
I'm John Rush, host of Drive Radio. Sensors. Your car has a lot of them, but what do they do? How do they function? And what happens when they fail to do their job? Dorsey Johnson from Arvada West Auto and Truck will join me this week. And of course, we'll take your calls, answer all your questions. That's Drive Radio every Saturday morning from 10 to 1, right here on KLZ 560.
Tough subjects. We have to tackle them. This Sunday, on Heart of the Matter, the AmeriChicks will tackle human trafficking. Guest chick Tamara Farah will share stories that started with hurt and tragedy and have become inspirational and hopeful. That's this Sunday on Heart of the Matter with the AmeriChicks, 4 to 6 on KLZ 560.
I've been trying to get down to the heart of the matter, but no one gets me.
KLZ AM 560, KLZ HD Denver. Listen live at KLZ560radio.com. KLZ 560, a Crawford Broadcasting God and Country station.
This is the Blaze Radio News. I'm Kay Long. The president's request for authorization from Congress to fight ISIS terrorists, a lot more of the same. Here's the Blaze Radio's Chris Barnes with the details from Washington.
It's heavy on airstrikes and training Kurds and Syrian rebels. But as for American boots on the ground, the president says,
I'm convinced that the United States should not get dragged back into another prolonged ground war in the Middle East.
Though he says this does provide flexibility for U.S. forces.
For example, if we had actionable intelligence about a gathering of ISIL leaders, I would be prepared to order our special forces to take action because I will not allow these terrorists to have a safe haven.
Republicans want his plan to be more aggressive. Democrats fear it will open the door to a new open-ended ground war. In Washington, I'm Chris Barnes, The Blaze News.
A Senate panel delaying consideration of Loretta Lynch's nomination as Attorney General.
Lynch didn't provide very many responsive answers. Most of her responses were some variation of, I've not had the occasion to become familiar with, and then in parentheses, some sort of particular issue.
That's Iowa Republican Senator Chuck Grassley saying he needs more specifics from Lynch. Grassley chairing the Senate Judiciary Committee. Vermont Democrat Pat Leahy calling Lynch thoroughly vetted, saying she should be confirmed soon. President Obama nominating Lynch to replace outgoing Attorney General Eric Holder. A CBS journalist tragically losing his life. The Blaze Radio's Robin Walensky.
Veteran journalist, war correspondent Bob Simon from 60 Minutes killed in a car crash in New York City. He was riding in the back of a Lincoln Town car. Simon, 73 years old. Larry King tweeting, he was a great reporter and a wonderful man. Simon was married and has one daughter who's a producer at 60 Minutes.
A reported ceasefire in the conflict in eastern Ukraine. Russian President Vladimir Putin making the announcement on Russian TV. This is news on the Blaze Radio Network. Truth lives here.
You've been listening to the Blaze Radio News on KLZ 560.
Grassroots Radio Colorado with Chris Cook. Tonight at 6 on KLZ 560.
You're listening to the Experience Pros radio show, where business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer, best-selling authors of Lists That and founders of Experience Pros University, are inspiring you to get your business right. Let's join Angel and Eric for today's program.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Thanks for taking time out of your day to join us for ours. We're here to remind you that small business is big business, and your business is our business. Just before we had to go to a station ID, Angel, we're talking a little bit about the fan bragging contest and the people who have voted the most, trying to win that weekend vacation, courtesy of Highlands Ranch Travel, to Beaver Creek and the Ritz-Carlton. And I mentioned that there were 3 people in the competition, and 2 of them are within 1 vote of each other. I think we should leave that for the end of the hour. Or should we just make it good now?
I think that would be mean. You said you would say it when we came back.
Well, I kind of said it. Again, I just repeated myself.
And now.
But the art of a good tease is to draw it out, isn't
You're
it?
a boy. What do you know about the art of a good tease, amateur?
Oh.
You did. Now they're there. Now you tell them what you said you'd do.
Now we got to deliver?
Well, if you said you would.
All right, so we mentioned Donna Galassi, we mentioned Adam Kemper, and we mentioned Drew Shockley. Donna Galassi is actually in the lead by 1 vote. By 1 vote.
Wow.
So, Adam, if you're listening, you need to step it up, mister, because you are so close to heading up the hill to Beaver Creek. So there it is. Now, on the other side of the contest, we've got a number of people voting for hundreds of businesses out there receiving fan brags, right? And there's until the February 27th, this contest is anybody's game. There is one company that is head and shoulders out and ahead in the lead for that. We're not going to tell you who that is.
Why?
Should we?
What?
We should.
What? Okay, we're going to give you an update, but we're not going to tell you anything. It's like we're...
Just need to go get your votes, folks.
Okay, so I follow a particular news media channel here in Denver.
Yeah.
And they do the same thing. They have this little headline. Here's the picture. You click on to read the media story, and they got nothing. They got nothing. And you took the time. That's not an update. The update is we know the answer, but we're not telling you. I think that, Eric, you have probably been on the receiving end of some teasing and maybe some flirtation, and now you think you're an expert.
I've not been on the receiving end of any flirtation.
Perhaps.
Hello?
Okay, maybe then this is why. Because you're like, I want to go on a date with somebody, but I'm not going to tell her, and I'm not going to call her, and maybe she'll just show up, and she'll just know that we were going to go to the movie at 7 o'clock. Oh, what? She didn't show up.
Are we talking about the contest here?
You didn't know?
I don't think
that
we're
you had
talking
a
about
date
the contest anymore.
at 7 o'clock? You could tell us.
With 121 5-star ratings and positive reviews.
Wait a minute, no. One company has
121 5-star ratings and reviews. Folks, if you don't believe that's going to make a game changer for that company, I'm telling you, he's already got a great business, but wait till the volcano erupts.
So here's the exciting part about how this contest is playing out for those that are participating. The enthusiasm and excitement that has been created internally within each company has skyrocketed.
Oh, yeah.
And we're talking the beginning of the year. There's excitement, enthusiasm, motivation. Their customers are excited for them. They're thinking about them in a positive way. 121 people have taken the time to stop what they're doing and think about this company and something good about this company. How's that for top of mind, word of mouth marketing, retention, loyalty, everything you ever wished for in your business happening right now? And we made it possible by giving you the Fan Braggin contest to participate in. You know how hard it is to get people to go and write an online review.
Right.
But you tell them it's for a contest and to help you win, they are flocking to leave those fan brags.
And gosh, look at the time. We have to actually
we have
to go to a commercial break.
It's printing done quickly.
Printing done quickly. The next closest one is actually all stitched and glitzed out with over 60. Knockout Performance has 51. Altitude Payroll has 25. PureCom has 33, and Binkley IT with 52. Folks, people are voting, and you can be in on it. Let's get you involved. That's the Fan Bragging Contest at ExperiencePros.com. If you'd like your business to get that many fan brags, there's still time, and it's still free. Jump in right now. Sign up for your free account at ExperiencePros.com/contest. We'll be back after these messages. You're listening to
Pros, revolutionizing the way people in business.
If printing is an essential part of your business day, then RMK Cartridge is your lifeline to success. Hi, this is Eric, and Angel and I wouldn't think of running our business without having RMK Cartridge on our speed dial. Remanufactured ink and toner cartridges are just the beginning. Free delivery and award-winning service coupled with 30 to 50% savings over original manufacturer products means that we're saving time, money, and space in the landfill all at once. Best. Contact the guys at RMK Cartridge at 303-781-2076 or on the web at rmkcartridge.com.
Your IT investment is not just another line item in your budget. You need to think of IT as a profitable investment with a direct effect on your bottom line. C-Squared Computer Consulting offers 24/7 system monitoring and optimization, which means reliability, performance, and productivity. Call C-Squared Computer Consulting today to realize your IT investment's potential. 303-933-1113 or find C-Squared Computer Consulting at c2cc.net.
The Fan Braggin contest has begun, and now you get to play along. It's like Fan Braggin Friday on Go-Go Juice. Hundreds of companies are competing to be named the best in business, and your votes, your fan brags, could help them win. Go online to experiencepros.com and start fan bragging today. We made it easy. Find your favorite business and click Add a Fan Brag. The person who fan brags the most wins a free trip for two to the Ritz-Carlton in Beaver Creek, courtesy of Highlands Ranch Travel. Remember to fan brag for them, too.
Tell your staff to tune in daily to the Experienced Pros Radio Show. Business training and inspiration from national experts are here for you every day on the Experienced Pros Radio Show. Start your week off by learning a great new business skill. Tune in midweek to boost your positive attitude and be sure to always end your week with Fan Braggin Friday. The Experienced Pros Radio Show is here for you every day, changing the way people treat people in business. Join the revolution and tune into the Experienced Pros Radio Show. Weekday business training designed to inspire you to get your business right.
I'll never forget that moment.
Never forget that moment.
As long as I live. It started with a phone call.
I got the text when I was at work.
My first call up ever as a member of the National Guard. This was it, the real deal.
When we got to the armory, they briefed us on the wildfires, how they were getting dangerously close to homes.
It was amazing to be a part of this massive operation. Helicopters were going up with huge buckets to drop water on the fires. Some of the guys in the unit were preparing for firefighting with local fire crews.
We went out in Humvees to help with the evacuations.
At that moment, I got my first taste of just how important the Guard is to my community.
See how the Guard can be an important part of your life at NationalGuard.com. Discover what it means to be a citizen soldier, to serve locally as well as globally. Look into the benefits, including career skills and money for college. Take a moment. Go to NationalGuard.com today.
Sponsored by the Colorado National Guard, aired by the Colorado Broadcasters Association and this station.
The U.S. Postal Service wants to remind everyone this year to protect themselves from becoming victims of identity theft. Never give out passwords, PIN numbers, or account numbers. To learn more, visit www.consumer.gov/ncpw.
Haystack Help Radio can now be heard at noon weekdays on KLZ 560.
The Experience Pros Radio Show, where small business is big business and your business is our business. Follow them on twitter.com/experiencepros. Now, back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Thanks for taking time out of your day to join us for ours. If you've listened to the show for very long at all, you know we have a very soft spot in our heart for our local nonprofits.
Absolutely. And today we're talking to Joshua Station, a transitional housing program in Denver offering transitional housing for homeless families. And with us, we have Penny Salazar Phillips. Hi, Penny.
Hi, how are you guys? Hi, all you fans of the radio station.
Thank you. And we also have Kelsey Winters on the phone with us. Kelsey, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Fantastic to have you. So, Kelsey, let me start with you. Let's ask, what is Joshua Station?
Joshua Station, I mean, you said it perfectly. We're a transitional housing program for homeless families, and we are long-term. And we currently have 27 families, and by the end of March, we'll be up to 31.
Oh, okay. Wow. All right. So, but what is long-term? What does that mean in your world?
Exactly. So long-term for us means that our families typically are here from anywhere from 18 months to 2 years as they work on overcoming the barriers that have led them into homelessness in the first place.
Okay. All right. So Penny, let's talk about the homeless need here in Denver. You're talking about serving 31 families. Are we making a dent?
Well, we are making a dent, however, a small dent. Of the homeless population here in the Metro Denver area, about 42% of those people are families with children. We usually, at any given time during the year, a couple times a year, we have 4 or 5 openings for new families. And when we do an orientation, we get about 30 families that are applying
for those 3 or 4 slots.
Wow.
So there is a much bigger need in Denver than there's space for, but there are other programs that our families are going to as well.
All right. So does Joshua Station offer anything short-term, or is it always long-term, Kelsey?
It's always long-term for us. We believe that the issues and barriers that have led people into homelessness happened over a long period of time. And so to be able to begin that transitional and transformational work to overcome those barriers, we're finding and have found that that's going to take longer than what a shelter or a short-term placement would allow.
You know, and I agree with that 100%. I used to participate and run a nonprofit that was also a long-term for teenagers, and you see the behavioral change does take place over a period of time. Talk about, Penny, if you will, the model that you use. You talk about it as in terms of empowerment model. What does that mean?
Well, an empowerment model, basically, our little motto is a hand up, not a handout.
Mm-hmm.
So folks need lots of resources and support, but what they need most is to be empowered with the tools and skills that they can then use to move forward in their life. So we can do all kinds of things for folks, give them free housing and free food and free clothes and free all kinds of things, but that doesn't help them grow into their own lives, shall we say. So folks who live here pay rent. They are responsible for their meals and things. Now, we do have fun things going on. Every Thursday night we have dinner all together, and that's provided with volunteers. And then we have a program. So it's not just housing that we're providing, but a program that includes counseling and life skills classes, help with employment. They meet with a family advocate on a weekly basis to try to reach their goals. Most of our families come to Joshua Station with some significant issues, domestic violence, immigration, addiction, legal issues, or mental illness. And we find that about 70% of our population has 2 or more of those things going on. So they're significant things, and that's another reason we do long-term, is because it takes a long time to get your life turned around in some cases.
It sure does. Well, we love what Joshua Station is doing to help those families get back on their feet and empowering them in a way, giving them the tools that they need, not just a roof over their head, but setting them up for success down the road so they don't find themselves back in this space again. Kelsey, what else do we want our listeners to know about Joshua Station?
You know, I was just thinking of a real brief story. It's actually a quote that one of our residents, she shared with us a few weeks ago. She said, "I'm so glad that I chose Joshua Station and that they also chose me." And I think that speaks so clearly about the relationship that we have with our families, that this is a choice they're making to do this. They want to see these changes in their lives. And, you know, if we were going to speak about a rate of success, you know, 1 year after graduation, 87% of our families remain in stable housing.
I love this. I absolutely love this. That's again a tribute to the long-term behavioral modification and training that you offer to get such a long high rate of success. Fantastic, folks, listeners. When you're driving down the interstate and you look over to the east side of I-25 and you see Joshua Station, next time you do that, next time you see that, we want to ask you to give and give generously towards this work that's really making a difference in so many people's lives. How, Penny, how do they get, how do we give? What can we do?
In terms of donations and things?
Yes, donations, finance, food. What do you need?
Well, obviously, mostly donations, because our program is in need of funds. But we also rely heavily on volunteers. There's lots of volunteer opportunities, and then we do have a list of things that goods and services that we need.
you can go, our listeners can go to milehighministries.org or Joshua Station's website, and then some of those things will be listed there, our address, phone number, ways to donate, who to call in case you want to be a volunteer, those things. You know, Eric, when we were talking before and I was talking about empowerment, our motto is relationship and community. We all need support of a supportive community that rallies around us in our lives. And everybody has a community, but sometimes it's not a healthy community, and it's leading us to make not so good choices. So we really try to build that relationship and community here, which involves our donors and our volunteers, so everybody becomes a part in helping to work through the solutions of homelessness.
Absolutely. I want to make sure that I qualify or clarify the actual website. It's milehighmin.org. Is that correct?
That is correct. Milehighmin.org. Mile High Ministries has a few core programs. Joshua Station is one of those.
Right.
As soon as the listeners go to milehighmin.org, they will see a tab for Joshua Station. Just click on that.
There you go.
Penny said they'll get all of the necessary info.
We'll put a link on our Facebook page as well for you folks, so that people will know how to get in touch with you. And ladies, thank you so much for what you're doing. It's truly making a difference in our community.
Well, thank you, and it's a blessing in our lives as well.
All right.
Everybody gets transformed here.
Yes.
Indeed. That's Penny Salazar Phillips and Kelsey Winters from Joshua Station, transitional housing program here in Denver. Get involved. We'll put a link on our Facebook wall. Folks, don't go anywhere. When we come back, more positive business talk. You're listening to Angel and Eric on the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
You keep wondering about refinancing options. You know rates are low, but don't know how to go about getting the best rate and best type of loan for your situation. What do you even need to get started? Wonder no more. Go to CherylAnswers.com. Cheryl of ALMC Mortgage has put together a checklist of what you need to know and frequently asked questions when it comes to your mortgage. Get answers. Go to CherylAnswers.com. CherylAnswers.com.
LMB number 100020432. NMLS number 266695. You can check the licensing status of your mortgage loan originator at dora.state.co.us.
Hi, this is Eric, and I want to talk to you about my friends over at McDonald Volvo. This family-owned business has been delivering extreme customer service for almost 50 years right here in our neighborhood. With upfront worry-free pricing and super personalized service, your best car buying experience is at McDonald Volvo. General Manager Will Roughton is a great friend, and he wants to meet you personally. Call him at 303-738-4803. That's 303-738-4803, and tell him the pros sent you.
Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe is the official fitness sponsor of the Experience Pros radio show. This is Angel, and Orange Theory is the energizing group fitness concept that is sweeping the nation. Experience the orange effect at the location Eric and I work out at. It's Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe Road. You'll see more energy, visible toning, and extra calorie burn for up to 36 hours after your workout. Call for a free Saturday session at 303-645-4290. That's 303-645-4290. We'll see you at Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe Road.
Networking is full of myths. Bring lots of business cards. Be sure to meet at least 10 new people. Have your 30-second sales pitch ready. Your network is your net worth, but only if you're networking with your A-team. Take the guesswork out of your networking by joining Extreme Relationship Management. It's transforming the way people are networking. It's way more fun than drive-by networking and doesn't waste your time handing out stacks of business cards. Check out ExtremeRelationshipManagement.com for their next event. ExtremeRelationshipManagement.com.
The doctor called and you could use a little more vitamin C. I'm talking ocean, seaside, water, and sun. This is Angel, and Eric and I want you to join us on our second annual trip to Mexico. This time, we're going to the Dream Sand Resort and Spa in Cancun. You'll get a full week of sea, pool, and ultimate luxury. The trip is April 25th through May 2nd, and the best part, only $1,700 per person. Call Highlands Ranch Travel to book your trip with us. 303-791-2311. 303-791-2311, and pack up for your vitamin C.
Random online searching is one way to find a good company, but an even better way is to choose the companies that are listed on the Extreme Customer Service Directory. This elite list of companies have one thing in common. They offer extreme customer service. Their customers are bragging about them, and that's what sets them apart. Trust the companies listed on the Extreme Customer Service Directory to take care of you. Extreme Customer Service Directory at experiencepros.com/directory. experiencepros.com/directory.
When danger is imminent, will you be prepared? Now many mobile devices can bring you critical information from local sources you trust. With a unique sound and vibration, wireless emergency alerts keep you in the know wherever you are. Learn more at ready.gov/alerts. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Wake up with Randy Corcoran, early mornings at 5 on KLZ 560.
The Experience Pros radio show, where small business is big business and your business is our business. Follow them on twitter.com/experiencepros. Now, back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros radio show. You know, there are certain dates that you simply need to remember, right?
Yeah, like anniversaries and birthdays.
And tax deadlines.
And tax deadlines. This business tip brought to you by our friends over at RMK Cartridge. Putting the color back into your life, making sure that you save tons of money and get a better product by using remanufactured ink and toner cartridges. They always have the ink you need at the best price. Give them a call at 303-781-2076. So here's some dates you need to circle in red in your calendar.
Settle down now. All you need to know is April 15th, right?
Right. And before you started your own business, that was it.
It's tax day.
Tax day.
Yeah.
It's also my brother-in-law's birthday.
Really?
Yeah, John was born on April 15th, so easy to remember his. No, easy. Everybody remembers his birthday.
Oh.
All right, but there are some extra tax days. April 15th, just as before you started your own business.
Tax day.
Is tax day.
Right. It's all good. That's all we really need to know, isn't it?
Well, if you are running your company as a sole proprietor or as a single member, LLC, not a partnership, then that
April
is still
15th.
the day. Personal income taxes are still due.
We're running our corporation as an S corp. What does it mean for us?
Well, March 15th, 1 month earlier, is the tax due date for for C Corps and S Corporation.
Wait a minute.
It falls a whole month earlier.
A month early?
Although this year, because March 15th falls on a Sunday, they extended the date to March 16th.
Oh.
Woohoo.
Well, that's magnanimous of them.
Isn't that just fabulous?
Right.
All right. Now, for a lot of us, we pay, Eric, by the way, we do quarterly taxes.
I know. That IRS guy, he gets our money like all the time.
And it does kind of feel like, didn't we just do this?
Right.
Didn't we just pay this? So here,
what are those dates?
Well, okay, so your annual tax due date is March 16th this year.
Right.
But on April 15th, you have your
1 month later.
1 month later, your quarterly taxes are due.
Wait a minute. We just paid taxes.
I know, right? Yeah, so you'll pay your quarterly estimated tax on the income you made in January, February, and March in April. So last year's taxes due in
So then
March,
do we get like a respite
quarter.
of another 6 months?
Oh, you'd think.
No?
Right? You should. I know, it's going to be kind of rough, April and May. June 15th is second quarter taxes for
Just
April,
3 months later.
May, and Juneteenth, how the quarters work like that.
Oh.
Quarterly. And then September 15th.
That's what that word means.
And then January 15th. So we just did our quarterly taxes, paid those off for January. Then we'll do them again in March. Then we'll do them again in April. Then we'll do them again in June. And we'll do them again in September.
Wow.
But then that's it. Then we don't do them again until
All right.
next
Well,
year.
you know, your sales tax, it comes right down to your state, whatever state you're in. You might be in the state of denial, but the fact that it's usually monthly, quarterly, or annually. Each state is different. You need to figure it out when you apply for your sales tax permit at your State Department of Revenue.
Yeah, and March 2nd is the 1099 miscellaneous to the IRS for each contractor that you have used.
Oh, it's March 2nd.
Yeah, it's usually
January 30th.
due on the last day of February, but again, because that date
falls on the weekend.
Oh, the weekend. Oh, thank you, IRS.
You get extended to March
So
2nd. Now, a past date that's already come is the date that 1099 is due to your contractors.
How about extensions? Can we get? Do they still do extensions?
They do actually.
Okay,
You
all
still have to file for. You can't just say I'm taking an extension.
Not only do you have to file your extension and pay your estimated taxes.
I know, right? You still have to estimate the amount you owe and pay that by April 15th, tax
The reason I need
extension or
an
not.
extension is because I can't pay.
I know, it is kind of funny. But if you do have an extension, you do file for one by April 15th,
Yes.
then the due date for that
6 months, right?
6 months,
Yeah.
October 15th.
Oh, all right.
All right. So now,
Yeah.
because S Corps and C Corps run a little different,
Right.
you're
Are you going to tell me it's March again?
yeah.
Oh!
And therefore then the due date is due.
Well, you still get 6 months, but it's September.
So now it's September. Yeah.
Good Lord.
Yeah,
I thought being in business was good.
Planning ahead and being prepared, talking to your financial preparer,
Yeah.
he or she will help you figure out what those numbers are so that you can plan ahead and prepare ahead, and making sure that your profit margins are in place and that you've got a kind of like your little bucket or side account that you're keeping those payroll taxes and estimated taxes in.
And by the way, small business owners, if you have employees, your IRS, local, state, and federal has a special place in the heart for you. Just saying.
Aren't we lucky?
Right?
Aren't we just so lucky? If you need a bookkeeper, CPA, tax strategist, financial planner, any of that,
Why not find the best?
find them online at the Extreme Customer Service Directory, and you get to read the reviews of what their customers think about doing business with them.
Are you innovative? Well, we have a next guest coming up that is innovative. He's going to talk about innovative specialties coming next on the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Run a business and have a life. You got into business so you could enjoy life, and Employer Essentials can help. They keep up with the ever-changing payroll and employment laws and requirements, as well as all those employee management issues. Employer Essentials is the answer you've been looking for to add payroll and HR solutions that offer you peace of mind and the time to do what you want to do. Employer Essentials, Denver's trusted local payroll and HR provider for 15 years. EmployerEssentials.com or 303-734-9436. Are you an expert? At Experience Pros, we feature the best in business, and we're looking for industry experts to share tips with our audience. If you're an expert who offers great customer service and you'd like to be a part of the Experience Pros radio show, click on the radio interview request at experiencepros.com. We want our audience to hear from you. Go to experiencepros.com and fill out the radio interview request and start spreading the news that you're going to be on the radio.
When you work from home, you run the risk of setting up a makeshift workspace in the corner or somewhere off to the side of your bedroom. It's not really a home office. It just happens to be your office at home. Let Helene's Designs help you create a productive workspace that transforms you from hobbyist into an innovative CEO ready to be featured in a magazine spread. Take charge of your home office and call Helene's Designs. You're the CEO. Make sure your home office looks like it. 720-233-7302. 720-233-7302.
The doctor called and you could use a little more vitamin C. I'm talking ocean, seaside, water, and sun. This is Angel, and Eric and I want you to join us on our second annual trip to Mexico. This time, we're going to the Dream Sand Resort and Spa in Cancun. You'll get a full week of sea, pool, and ultimate luxury. The trip is April 25th through May 2nd, and the best part, only $1,700 per person. Call Highlands Ranch Travel to book your trip with us. 303-791-2311. 303-791-2311, and pack up for your vitamin C.
Nyland's Collision Center is an award-winning body shop that takes great care of you and your car. This matters when your insurance company wants to take shortcuts. Nyland's Collision Center only uses manufactured parts. This matters when a cheap, ill-fitting part is available. At Nyland's, it matters. If it's not perfect, it's not leaving. 303-761-9219. 303-761-9219.
You need more customers, and you need to keep the ones you already have. Lists That Save My Business is your answer to gaining and retaining clients without cold calling or chasing cold leads. Do business with people who like you and who already trust you. Lists That Save My Business is the book with easy-to-use checklists to bring more of the right customers into your sales process. Buy your copy of Lists That Save My Business from Amazon.com. These lists will save your business. Buy your copy of Lists That Save My Business today and grow your business the Experience Pros way.
I'm John Walsh. I'm Ed Smart. When a child is abducted, time is critical. That's why Amber Alert is so important. The public is notified when a child is abducted. It's a partnership between broadcasters, law enforcement, transportation, and you. Thanks for making Amber Alert happen.
The Experience Pros want to help you get your business right. Have you joined the revolution? Visit meetup.com/The Revolution and become a business revolutionary. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experience Pros radio show.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show with Angel and Eric. Thanks for taking time out of your business day to join us for ours. If you're not going to be the best, you certainly better be different.
Well, and sometimes don't you just feel like you just need to dump a bunch of customer service and innovation on your team to get them to perform better? Well, our next guest says don't dump it, sprinkle it. The new book, Sprinkles, Creating Awesome Experiences Through Innovative Service. A regular guest here on the Experience Pros Radio Show. We welcome back Chip Bell. Welcome.
Oh, thank you, Angel. Thank you, Eric.
Chip,
great to be back with you.
Good to hear your voice, my friend, and congratulations on the new book. We're excited about Sprinkles. Of course, it fits right within our culture here at Experience Pros. Talk to us a little bit about how is innovative service different than your just garden variety good service?
Well, I think the good service is the kind of service that basically meets the customer's needs. It's the kind of thing that fulfills their expectations. An innovative service takes it beyond. It creates an unexpected experience that surprises the customer and creates that great story to tell.
Unexpected experience that surprises them, gives them a great story to tell. Do you have an example, Chip? Like, what does that mean in layman's terms?
Well, let me give you an example of one that goes from good to unexpected. I was at a hotel, the Park Inn in Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania, and had a great breakfast, which is what I had hoped for. And at the end, the waitress, Sandy, did a great job waiting on me. Really good service. And then at the end, when she brought me my check, she brought me a cup of coffee fixed the way I like it, complimentary. Now, that's good service. But then she added sprinkles when she said, "It's our gift to you."
Ah, look at that.
Oh, look at that. All right. So, okay, you can feel the difference. Like, okay, you got a good service. You know, she delivered on time, brought you the to-go cup. You know, and every time, just like little extra, I can see the sprinkling was built in throughout the entire experience. Okay, so why does that matter today? Why is that so important? Because you would have been fine with the good service, Chip.
I would have, but I tell everybody about Sandy now. Because of that. And I think the thing that creates the difference is the fact that it builds a compelling story customers can't wait to tell. And we know today with the power of social media how important that word of mouth, or as I say, word of mouse, can be.
I like it.
Yeah.
Well, you know, Chip, we've had a phrase here for a long, long time that says satisfied customers have a net value of 0. In other words, you don't move the line if you're satisfying your customers, because satisfied customers shop around. Now, in the book Sprinkles, you've got a whole bunch of thoughts on this. Give us some more ideas of how we can sprinkle our service to become innovative for our guests.
Gotcha. One of the things that I think to do is look for ways to involve your customers. I have a chapter called Let Your Customers Lick the Beaters. And I use that because it has obviously a nostalgic tone to it. We all remember how it was cool when our mother or father made a cake and we got to lick the beaters. We got to be involved in a very fun sort of way.
You should turn off the beaters first, though, Chip.
Oh, she did, fortunately.
Have you met my sisters?
That's great, Eric. That's great. But I think it's that looking for one way is saying, what can I do to involve my customers in a way that's unexpected and one that's pleasurable for me? I was on a Southwest flight, and, they always give you the bag of peanuts. The flight attendant gave a couple of guys with their ball top caps turned backwards and really excited, gave them the duty to pass out the peanuts. Of course, they were having a blast, and everybody on the plane was having a blast. They kind of vicariously participated in this fun act.
Wow, involve the customer. That's unique. I like that.
Yeah,
exactly.
And the new book, I mean, it's an adorable read and so easy because it's these little things that we can do to transform the customer experience and how they feel. Now, Chip, were you just always out and about and having these great experiences? Where did the idea to write Sprinkles come from?
Oh, that's a great question because I get to talk about my granddaughters. I have 3 granddaughters, 6, 8, and now just turned 11. And they come visit us, and a lot of times we make cookies or cupcakes. And one of my granddaughters, with her mouth full of cupcake, told me, Chippy, you know what makes a good cupcake really special? And I said, what, Annabeth? Sprinkles. And it hit me that it's the same with customers. It is not just the value added, it's the value unique. It's the things that take their breath away that create the kind of deep connection, emotional connection to the organization.
Sprinkles.
Like Sprinkles.
I'll tell you what, you know what? You bring in some donuts here into the studio, and I'm like a kid when I see the sprinkles on them. I know I shouldn't have them, but we can be the sprinkles we can have that reputation for our customers in bringing sprinkles everywhere.
Chip, where do we get a copy of your book?
On any place you'd normally buy books, Amazon, 800 CEO Read, BN.com, just any place you could buy books, it's there now. It launched on Tuesday, so it's just now available. And so far, well, it's hit the bestseller list, so that's always exciting to see.
We love it when that happens.
Yes,
Chip,
It's a beautiful book and just kind of a great little table book, at your workspace, and a great gift to give to your team.
It's going to change your entire business outlook, if you will, and it'll probably change your bottom line as well. Chip, give us another story out of the book, something exciting that happened with Innovative Service.
I think one that I love talking about is my wife when she traded cars, and she traded in her old car and got a new car. And a week after she had her new car, she turned on the radio for the very first time and discovered the service tech had programmed in her radio stations for her trade-in and just let her discover it.
Oh, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
It's not expensive, and that's a characteristic. I think innovative service should be unexpected, but it needs to be simple, and obviously it needs to fit. It needs to be appropriate. But it's those little simple things that we go, wow, I wouldn't have thought of that. How cool is that? And so that's what we want. Let's create that kind of connection.
And like you said, Chip, that's something, anybody can do that. That's not an expense. It's not this big undertaking.
Complicated.
No.
Exactly. It's not like complicated cake decoration that takes an artist. If you look at sprinkles on a cupcake, they are just sort of randomly there, like someone just threw them there, which to me is a metaphor for anyone can do this.
Right, but somebody has to throw them.
That's true. You got to want to do that.
Yeah.
And, of course, it has a big impact on the customer.
I love it. Our guest is Chip Bell. The book is called Sprinkles, Creating Awesome Experiences Through Innovative Service. You can find it wherever books are sold. Help that trend go on and make it a national bestseller for Chip. Chip, we love having you on the show, man. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Eric. Thank you, Angel. Always good to be with you.
Oh, you too. We were excited to receive your book. And one of the fun things that came in the media package when we got the book was a little package of cupcake sprinkles, which was just an innovative touch, Chip. You walk the walk.
Absolutely.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
All right, folks. Don't go anywhere. We come back. We're going to wrap up the show with a little update. There's activity in the fan bragging contest.
Are you surprised?
No, not at all. Coming up next on the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
Never been easier thanks to the Extreme Customer Service Directory. You can count on the Experience Pros Network to deliver the best in customer service and collaboration. Check out the Extreme Customer Service Directory for all your referrals. And if you don't see your favorites on the list, let us know. We'll check them out. And if their customers are saying great things about them, they could be a great fit for the Extreme Customer Service Directory online at experiencepros.com/directory.
Women-owned businesses are on the rise, but where do you go when the bank says no? Ladies, you know it's tough to secure the capital necessary to launch or develop a new business. You need to know attorney Steve Replin of the Replin Law Group. Steve specializes in helping women secure hard money lending when no one else will step up. You have an ally in Steve Replin. He has the knowledge and resources to get you the money you need to grow your business. Call Steve today. It's Money in the Bank, your bank. 303-322-7919 or replinlawgroup.com.
Design, implement, and support. If you have a computer, a cell phone, or a tablet, you have a network. Hi, this is Eric, and I've got great news for you. Your network has a guy. For the last 15 years, Brad Binkley of Binkley IT has served his clients without killing their budget. Brad can effectively manage a network of up to 50 computers, typically for about 2 to 4 hours a week. Huge savings, no sacrifice. Call Brad today for your next IT partner. 720-254-1057. That's 720-254-1057. Binkley IT, solving the IT puzzle, one piece at a time.
Attention business owners, if you're waiting 30 to 60 days or more to get paid, Riviera Finance can turn your invoices into immediate cash flow. Let them help. Their process is simple and no debt is created. Riviera Finance is located right here in Denver. They've been helping companies across the U.S. for over 40 years. So if you bill on credit but need better cash flow, call Jack Loudon at Riviera Finance now at 303-409-7706. That's 303-409-7706 or visit RivieraFinance.com.
Tune in every Monday at 11:35 for What's Going On with Jim Smith from Prudential. Jim will host a lively conversation about the financial and investment topics you're asking about. You can call Jim and his Prudential team directly at 303-669-9701 and tune in on Monday mornings right here on the Experience Pros radio show.
There's only one place in the dial for you to share your stories of great customer service, and that's Fan Braggin' Friday on the Experience Pros radio show. Every Friday, the phone lines are open for you to call and tell the world who's getting it right in business. Call 855-FAN-BRAG and change the way people treat people in business. You can post your stories every day on the Experience Pros Facebook page and call in on Fridays for Fan Braggin' Friday at 855-326-2724. 855-FAN-BRAG. Tell Eric and Angel and then tell the world about Fan Braggin' Friday.
Each year, high school students from around the world begin the adventure of a lifetime by studying in the United States. Academic Year in the USA, AUSA, invites your family to become a part of the adventure. To host a student or to study abroad, call us at 1-888-55-AY-USA.
Ken Clark, today at 1 on KLZ 560.
The Experience Pros want to help you get your business right. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experience Pros radio show.
Yep. You know when you hear that music, it's time to talk about the Battle of the Brags.
The Battle of the Brags is going on. The fan brags are happening. Can you not hear me?
I can't hear you, but that's okay. Go ahead and keep talking.
All right, I will keep talking.
Charlie can hear you, so that means that everybody can hear you.
So it's all good. It is the Battle of the Fan Brags, the fan bragging contest in full swing. We are just crossed over the midway point.
Yep.
And, in the very beginning, you saw the influx of people jumping in, the fan brags coming in. We were seeing about 50 reviews written every day. And these are online testimonials that become Google food for you and your business. Of course, you're going to competing for the best in your category. But now that we're kind of getting down to the tail end, the contest ends on February 27th at 5 o'clock. On February 27th, we will tally up the fan brags and announce everybody in each category gets a winner. You get to claim bragging rights. You get to have all those online positive reviews that are so hard to get. We've made it so simple. But in these final days, we're seeing kind of the gloves come off.
Oh, yeah.
And who's really in it to win it.
Well, we bribed them with vacations, right? So
every time you ever talk about something, if you had all the time and the money in the world, what would you do? Traveling is always
right
what
up
comes
there.
up.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So yeah, we're going to Mexico.
We're going to take the company that receives the most fan brags in the fan bragging contest. We'll get 2 all expense paid tickets and trips, airfare, hotel, food, drink, everything included, everything from the Experience Pros radio show, courtesy of Highlands Ranch Travel, and to Cancun for a week.
Right. Now, you can come with us and come with the winner. Don't you want to hang out with the winner who got the most fan brags and, pick his brain and just be near him and kind of glean some of the good stuff?
Right.
Him or her who wins the trip. You can sign up. The deposit is due today, the $150 deposit for the week-long trip by calling Highlands Ranch Travel, 303-791-2311. We have some competition really going on.
It really is. We mentioned a lot of the companies that were competing and doing very, very well in the fan bragging contest. Of course, printing done quickly, head and shoulders out ahead of. And by the way, the race is not over. We're just rounding the first curve here. Okay.
Yeah, like I said, we're like midway. Just crossed over the midway point.
121 fan brags for
printing done quickly. Look them up on the contest.
One company that I failed to mention because they were actually lower on my screen, I did not see, but we must mention the connecting experts. Our friend Penny Brendan.
Right. 87 fan brags.
Many people
87 fan brags.
Right.
Lots of companies, though, doing very well. Of course, Knockout Performance with 51.
Right.
Altitude Payroll with 25.
Patricia,
Pure Communication with 33.
Patricia Langlois, CPA with 20. CPR Whiz with 26. I mean, the hits just keep coming. There's so many people.
Spring Oriental Medicine has 15.
Right.
This is a game changer for many of these companies to get all these online positive reviews. And they're all positive. How fabulous is that? So you don't have to worry about what people are reading. In fact, you can send people to find you. Actually, when they Google your name, the reviews come up.
You trust the Experience Pros, and the reason you listen to the show, the reason you love not just the banter between Angel and I, but the fact that we've got your back and we've got your front. And the fact of the matter is, we are here. We do a 16-stage vetting of our members on the Extreme Customer Service Directory. The free listing gives people an opportunity to come in and let us prove to you that we'll work for you, and we'll get you that visibility that you're looking for with all those fan brags and all those 5-star ratings and reviews. Now, let's jump over to the other side of the contest because there has been a shift in power.
Oh?
Yes.
All right, so we have those that are competing to write the most fan brags,
right,
to say that they're our kindness captains galore, and we're going to send them for a weekend up to the Ritz-Carlton in Beaver Creek while Highlands Ranch Travel is going to do that.
One who writes the most fan brags.
Right. So
we announced that Donna Glassy was actually ahead by 1. Adam Kemper, who was behind by 1 in the fan bragging contest, thought, and he just went on a fan bragging spree.
Ooh, a fan bragging spree?
You see, he took a few minutes out of his day to say something nice about a lot of companies.
It's so funny. I ran into somebody the other day, and they said, I've been meaning to fan brag, but I haven't had time.
Yep.
I mean, what do you mean you haven't had time? It takes like a moment. You see their email come in, or you see it on Facebook, or you can just go to the website. He's like, I'm going to take an hour, and I was going to plan to take an hour and go and write all these fan brags. Okay, that's never going to happen. Now, then Adam went and took 20 minutes. It was like 10 minutes, and he wrote 10 fan brags.
It happens quick, and he wrote 10 fan brags. He's now actually 11 fan brags. He's up by 10.
By 10.
Isn't that crazy?
Adam, you're up by 10. And he's
right?
like, I know.
It's temporary, I am quite certain, because there are other people who are going to get involved. I fully expect the end of the fan bragging contest, which happens on the 27th of this month. I expect that full last week there are people who are listening going, you know what, I mean to get to that. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna fan brag. Yes, it's something important. Maybe you want to get the Ritz-Carlton up in Beaver Creek. That's
Maybe
cool.
you just want to help and say something nice and
it's
be a part
of the show.
Yeah, be a part of something bigger than you are. Those favorite companies are seeking out those positive online reviews. They're key for the development and growing their business. And you can add easy as adding a fan brag. It takes a moment. ExperiencePros.com.
Simply search out your favorite companies. If they exist on the fan bragging directory or the Extreme Customer Service directory, you can fan brag about them. Every single one of them has a fan bragging button. If you can't find them, nominate them. You know it will be good for their business. Give them the gift that keeps on giving, right? So there it is. ExperiencePros.com/directory is the directory. And if you want to join the contest, ExperiencePros.com/contest.
All right, so we all love the email for staying in touch with customers and people because, it's a little less, daunting than the phone. It's going to be quicker, easier because you can do it at any time of the day. But here are some email mistakes that a list has been compiled by the folks who brought us the Square Merchant Services.
Don't do these things.
They do. They say when customers email, the worst thing you can do is
not respond quick enough.
Oh.
What defines not respond quick enough? I got an email today that has at the very bottom, it says, I'll respond at noon and 5.
I'm not going to respond to you.
Right.
It's kind of what the message is, right? And so, we're on vacation, so we put those vacation responders, and I think those are nice. But in general, if you have to put in, I'm not going to respond to you, maybe we work on our practices so that email to our customers
You're sending a message that says, I'll do it on my time instead of yours.
Well, think about this. How often do we tell people how busy we are, right? And it's like a badge of honor. I'm busy, I'm working, I've got things I'm doing. Okay, your customers don't care. And if really what you're trying to do is grow your business and develop your business, and you're relying on your customers to be your sales ambassadors, and you want them to refer you to others, part of that message is she's got time for you. He's got time. He's going to respond to you. It's one of my things I think I say most often about Donna Galassi with Blue Zenith Web Design. Anytime I'm talking with somebody about hiring a web designer, they always complain that the person doesn't get back to them.
Right.
And I get to say, Donna always gets back to us.
I have never been put on hold or waited for an extended period of time. When I call Donna, she responds.
Here's the thing. It's completely acceptable for you to not respond immediately.
Well, sure. You might be in the middle of a meeting or something like that.
Exactly. But, if you're going to get back to them within that day, you don't have to tell them, I'm not going to get back to you within so many hours.
Right.
You just do.
Here's another mistake. This must be a mistake. Why is this in here?
Writing a novel.
Wait a minute.
Long.
No, people need
multiple,
details.
Multi-paragraphal.
Paragraphal?
Is that a word?
It is now.
Many paragraphs in an email. Ugh.
Ugh?
Ugh.
But people need detail.
They
don't.
They do. I mean, that's true. We do need the details and the answers. We're not going to read it. So just because you wrote it.
Give details, pick up the phone and call them.
Yeah. So no novels in your emails. It should be a couple of sentences. If it takes more than that, pick up the phone. How about misunderstanding? If you're trying to clarify a misunderstanding and give this explanation, which is full of excuses, or explain something that might be a little touchy in that conversation, it might be received in a sarcastic or not clear way. Again, voice. Your voice conveys the clarification better than the email would be.
How about your robotic replies? If you are just going through the motions and maybe you even got a cut and paste reply to folks, people pick up on that.
They do. And we send out, because we send out a lot of information to our guests and it is pertinent information about when to call and where to call and how to and so a lot of it is a template, and it's okay because you're answering the same questions over and again, and to have a template for frequently asked questions.
But the same person's not getting the same email over and over again.
Right. People want to know they're still human beings. Right. So add a little personality, personalization to the emails, at the beginning and the close, kind of, wraps up a template in a nice personal way.
So there are a whole bunch of emailing mistakes that you can make. You now just make it personal. This whole show has been talking about the relationship that you have with your customers, and so it's such an important thing to keep it personal. Well, look at the time. It flies when you're having fun, and we always have fun here on the Experience Pros Radio Show. On behalf of Charlie, our producer, Angel, myself, and all the people that make the show happen every single day, we do say thank you. And we mean it from the heart. You see, you are our reason why. You're the reason that we started this revolution in how people treat people in business. You can be a revolutionary by joining the Fan Bragging Contest or give somebody a 20-second kiss. That stands for kindness. Is so simple, and we'd love to chat with you again on Fan Braggin' Friday.
This has been the Experience Pros Radio Show with business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer. For more information, you can contact Experience Pros by calling 720-344-2446 or visit them on the web at experiencepros.com, facebook.com/experiencepros, and twitter.com/experiencepros. What are you waiting for? Join the